Hey folks, this is Kelani. Welcome back to the Mythic Tomb of Sargeras raid guide. This time we'll be looking at the Demonic Inquisition. For this video I'm going to assume you're familiar with the fight on Heroic. If not, there will be a link down below for you to go view that video first. For this fight we took 2 tanks, 4 healers and 14 DPS. This fight plays out almost exactly like it does on Heroic, but there's one huge difference which makes limiting your torment so much more important. Whenever anyone leaves Belek's cage, an ad called Tormented Fragment will spawn. These ads will fixate on random players and run after them, meleeing them if they get close enough. While it's not too threatening on its own, every time an ad spawns, it buffs every other ad currently alive, increasing their damage done by 15%, and this effect stacks. That means if a whole bunch of people leave the cage at once and there's already ads active, they're going to start hitting like mini trucks. The ads also explode for a huge amount of damage when they die, but you can clearly see the area of effect, so just don't stand near them when they get to 0 health. To deal with this, we simply limited how much we would confess. Reducing all sources of torment is absolutely vital. If you have a ranged DPS just casually stood in the purple puddles until they get 100 torment and then they're going in every 20 seconds, you're going to have a seriously bad time. So make sure everyone is doing what they can to limit their torment generation. One of the key sources that you need to limit is Echoing Anguish. Your targets need to get out of the raid ASAP and get dispelled really quickly. We also placed higher limits for people to confess. We only really sent down people with above 90 torment, and anyone who spiked to 100 went down immediately. We also found it made the overall fight smoother to send our healers down in a rotation, even if they didn't have super high torment. The highest torment healer would go down every time a tank went down, and this allowed us to ensure that only one healer would ever be in the cage at any one time, so our raid wouldn't randomly die to the high raid damage going out. You should always be prioritizing the ads that pop up over the bosses. There's no hardened rage here, and if you get overwhelmed by ads, you're just never going to catch back up. We had our Death Knights grip ads as they got too far away, made good use of our AoE grip to stack them all up when we had a bunch, and all but 3 of our DPS hard swapped to any ads that spawned. The DPS that stayed on the boss were classes that were bad at target swapping, and they needed to stay on Belek to make sure the pangs of guilt were interrupted every single time. To make things even easier, the fixate targets should be kiting or holding the ads near melee, so you can always get cleave onto more ads or even the bosses. One last thing that made this boss a little faster for us was positioning the bosses to get as much cleave time in as possible. We would start with them stacked up, then drag Atragan away just before Fell Squall, and our tank would kite him back to Belek during the Bonesaw, making sure he didn't reach the melee while he was still spinning. This gave us a little bit more time being able to hit both bosses, which could shave off precious seconds of the fight towards the end. Crack down on the torment, focus the ads as soon as they pop up, and you'll be on your way to victory. So, that should be all you need to take down the Demonic Inquisition on Mythic difficulty. If you have any questions or queries, please leave them in the comment section below, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Or hop on over to Discord. We have a server at discord.gg/Kelani, great place to come ask questions or just hang out. Remember to leave a like just below the video before you leave, and if you want to see more, make sure to subscribe. But apart from that, thanks for watching folks, good luck and have fun, and as always I will see you next time.